So I'm starting the live stream. If you would please just let me know if at any point it stops operating correctly, so I don't have to keep it running, because we're back down to the regular old ThinkPad laptop, and it doesn't process the instructions as well. So we left off on Friday with this cannonball is overlapping another object. Goal, destroy the cannonball, destroy that. Does everybody have that? So, what we need next on this cannonball is overlapping another object. AJ, grab a seat. Guys, I'm talking, that means that you're not. Truman, I'm talking, that means that you're not. I need everybody here with me, because while these side conversations happen, people don't hear what's going on, and then I'm lost, and then I have to slow down. I don't want to have to slow down. So please be with me. Okay? So, we're going to, I think we started this, add an event, system, compare variables, and this is where we start. I think we did this because we're not using, Mr. Picard made a point of saying we're not using is playing, we're using is alive, because that's what we're used to. So I think we started this and he disabled it for testing. So I'm just going to right click and toggle disabled so all these come back. So we check on this compare variable is alive equal to 0. The action that we add is wait 2 seconds. And then above that we go, or below that we go to home layout. For troubleshooting, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this to 5 seconds. So we're going to wait 5 seconds before we go to this layout. And then the wait happens beforehand. Okay? So, what we want to do here now is we want to add some text in that's going to, like, 1, serve as our instructions to click and charge. 2, it's going to add our you win, you lose on there. So I'm going to go back to the game layout. I'm going to be on my object layer. And I'm going to add a text object. I'm going to call it txt message. Using that camel case that's oh so important. And I'm just going to put it right over here. For right now, rather than saying text, I'm going to say press and hold to charge the cannon. All right, press and hold to charge. I obviously ran out of space, so I'm going to make this block a lot bigger. Size is kind of puny right now, so I'm going to increase that to, I don't know, 36, 48. Somewhere that looks good. Oh, that's too big, so I'm going to go down to 36. Press and hold to charge the cannon. I'm going to do my horizontal alignment center, my vertical alignment center, and my hotspot center. So I've kind of centered these texts, and I'm just going to find a spot somewhere on the layout. I think I used, I think I'll use like 430 here. That looks pretty centered and balanced. For our piece, our position is 430 at 700 pixels wide. So that's where I'm going to start this, but I don't want that there the whole time. So we've got some code to work with that. I'm going to go back to the game sheet, and it goes through on start of layout. All these things are set. We scroll to, we wait, and then we come back. I'm going to add an action on here that basically says message set opacity, and I'm going to set it down to 0. for this one. So text message opacity is going down to 0. And it should be after it shows us the cannon. So let's do a quick preview of the game layout. So for a quick moment, I should see... I'm missing a wait in here. Is anybody else missing a wait in here? I want another 2-second wait before we scroll to... Let's see. How do we do this here? On start of layout, disable. System, scroll to cannon. I'm just going to... I just want to run and check something, because it should start off looking at the cannon. So there's my press and hold to charge the cannon. It scrolls to the goal, which my goal is like toppling over. I made it a little bit big. And then it should... I think here's where I'm going to cheat. I didn't like that. I liked it. Here's your cannon. Here's your instructions. Here's your tower. Now let's go back to. So system scroll to. I'm going to copy and paste this right here. And after the wait, we're not going to scroll to cannon. We're going to scroll to goal. I'm sorry that you're confused. I went and changed this on start of layout. I moved 2 things around. Take a look and see, because I'm trying to unconfuse you. System, scroll to cannon. Wait 2 seconds. After that, scroll to, spawn location is there. Wait 2 seconds, and then I want to go back to the cannon at the end. Okay? So we already had a spawn location. So I'm basically just saying, start at the cannon, go to the spawn location, and then go back to the cannon. Because when I go back to the cannon, the instructions are going to be gone. Take a look up here. Tell me that this doesn't look better. Wait for it. Press and hold to charge the cannon. Maybe we could have something over here that says aim for the goal. And I think that the 2 seconds there looking at the goal was not long enough. So maybe like 2.5. So you want to have it start at the spawn location? All right, so we're going to have to adjust the weights then. So I'll go with that. I'm going to adjust the weights to say we're going to go to the spawn location. Now, the wait 2 seconds we're going to have to duplicate. And we're going to have to put that before the set opacity. Because now it starts off saying, here's your tower. We're going to see my tower falling. So that's what I'm aiming for. Press and hold to charge the cannon, and then it disappears. Is that better? I'm going to emulate aiming birds, which always you saw your birds in your however many you had to launch first, then it looked at the goal, then it came back. That's what I was trying to emulate. That's all. It doesn't matter like this or the other thing. The other thing I don't like is that how quickly is this charging? We don't have any feedback on here for charging. All right. It's based off feelings. I'd rather have it based off feedback. So on this layout again, I'm going to add another text. On the object layer, this one's going to be text txt cannon power. I'm going to leave it really small. I'm going to say cannon power. And it's going to start off at 0. I'm going to move it so that it's like right by the cannon. And then back on the game sheet, when we have this is in touch and we add things to it, I'm going to add another action on here that says cannon power, set text. And it's going to be quotes cannon power with a semicolon, space, end quote. So there's my string. What am I going to add next? Ampersand. Why do I add an ampersand, Vincent? Combine it, to concatenate it, to add in there, and I'm going to add in that cannon power. Cannonball power. Okay? So now, as it's going through, it's going to add that cannonball power. So let's run layout again. I should see my tower at the beginning falling apart. Press and hold to charge the cannon. And now, ooh, I get feedback as to that's a 450. All right, I got to refresh this one here. I know, I was just going to show you that here I can see exactly how much this is actually charging. And at 1,000, I can launch it and say, boom, I hit the goal. All right, I've hit the goal. Now what? Now here's my other error again, is that when I launch, here it's actually starting, I'm pressing and holding. My cannon is actually not resetting the charge, because I don't know if we have that shot fired set back to 0. So right now, after we let go, shot fired becomes 1. So another thing that we need to do in here on the system, on start of layout, we need the system set value of shot fired back to 0. There is a live stream. I would assume it's underneath where it's live streaming. Oh, you know what? I didn't start streaming. I started recording. Remember when I said at the beginning, let me know if the live stream isn't working? How do we get like 15 minutes without anybody figuring that out?